Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games. Yes, I'm back. But first, we are going to do 2 dad jokes and 2 to this day in history until we catch up. Shouldn't take very long. So, for both Saturday the 28th and Sunday the 29th, the dad joke was, why did the mobile phone need glasses? It lost all its contacts. I cannot wear contact lenses. My eyes reject them in a pretty bad way. All right, 2 days in history. What do you think happened on March 28th, 1979? You might actually know this one if you have certain history knowledge. March 28th, 1979. Nuclear accident occurs at 3 Mile Island. On March 28th, 1979, a pressure valve in the Unit 2 reactor at 3 Mile Island in Pennsylvania failed to close, triggering the worst accident in the history of the U.S. nuclear power industry. In response to contradictory readings in the control room, operators overrode the emergency system and shut off the safety devices. Although the accident had minuscule health consequences, it had a significant impact on the American nuclear power industry, and the United States began to rely more heavily on coal and natural gas power for electric generation. All right. And what happened on March 29th, 1865? The Appomattox campaign begins. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Appomattox. On March 29th, 1865, General Ulysses Grant's troops faced off against Robert E. Lee's at the last Civil War campaign. The Appomattox began. Lee knew that he was outnumbered and commanded his troops to flee. On April 9th, he surrendered at the Appomattox courthouse. Maybe it's Appomattox. I don't know. Alrighty. Well, I have a lot of members to thank for starting a new month, so we are going to rapid fire this. But before I rapid fire, I want to do a special thanks to my super supporters who renewed for a new month. So special thanks to both Knitting by Franco and Sotek, who signed up on the same month 46 months ago as super supporters. So crazy amount of support from them. Thank you so much. All right, it's rapid fire time. Let me just look through the list. Is there anyone with an anniversary? No. Okay, no special month anniversaries. We've got Alex McCormick, Anthony Spetzel, Board Bites, Dan, Gavin Sharp, Karina Semenov, Carl Bartlett, Catherine Gurka, Kayla Young, Kelly Santini, Marissa, Nathan Good, Ol Petter Olson, Rosa, Sentient Roomba, Sonalita, Stum, The Raz Effect, Vamos Cruceros, VW Jet 2001, Zoran Dobson, Double E, Joe S, Pamalam 7. Thank you so much for all of your support. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. All right, we've got an April Fool's puzzle today. I'm not surprised. We've got Day, and it's colored green. We've got Stripe, which is colored red. So maybe Green Day and Red Stripe. We've got Apple, but it's big and doesn't fit. We've got Echt Ot Erutuf, which is the to future, kind of backwards, or future to the, or to the future backwards. Okay. We got Blue Moon, the Singin' Rain, Mile City, interesting. Doors, Equus, Easy, Pink Floyd, Blue Velvet, City, or One City, Two City, Life Miller, UU, and Gun at the top. So these are like, what are those called? The word just fled my brain. Rebus puzzles. So we got to kind of solve the rebuses and then get the categories. So for example, this is probably Top Gun because it's at the top. This is like Back to the Future. So these are movies, maybe 80s movies. Back to the Future, Top Gun. The Big Easy. This is the Big Easy. This is the Big Apple. I wonder if those go together or not. This is Singin' in the Rain. So that's a movie musical, but it's not. This is Three Doors Down. Let's do the bands first. We have U2 and Three Doors Down. This is probably the Mile High City, which is Denver. And then the Big Apple is New York City. So we've got cities, we've got bands, and we've got movies. Is this Top Life Miller? I'm not sure what this one is. What is Equis? Dos Equis is a beer. Okay, well, let's do the ones I know. So Three Doors Down, U2, Green Day, and what is our other band? Is it this one? Pink Floyd is the band. I had said it earlier. Pink Floyd. Okay, so we got bands. I wonder if we can try to figure out purple. What would bands be? I mean, typically bands is a trivia category, but this might be one of the easiest ones. Okay, I'm going to call bands yellow because that felt like one of the more obvious ones. I don't think we're going to be able to use our typical categorization colors today. So I'm just going to call that yellow for now. Bands. Okay, and we got nicknames for cities. The Big Apple is New York City. Where was it? The Mile High City is Denver. What else do we have? Blue Velvet. I know what red velvet is. It's a cake. But what's blue velvet? And we have red stripe. I'm guessing red. I'm guessing the ones I don't know are our beers. Is this Miller? One of the Miller beers, like High Life or something? Okay, so I think I know the beers as well. So let's actually circle the beers. Maybe beers is blue. I don't know. Like what's gonna? They're all somewhat trivia heavy, to be honest. Dos Equis is a beer. Miller High Life. I'm gonna say Blue Velvet and Red Stripe are beers. And then we do have some movies. Let's say the movies are green. So we've got Back to the Future. We've got Top Gun. And Singin' in the Rain. What was our other? What's our other category? What's our purple? Well, no. So we have this, and then we have the city names. So this has to be a movie because it's not a city name. Singin' in the Rain. Wait, Blue Moon. What is Blue Moon then? Maybe Blue Moon is the... Uh-oh. Okay. I don't think I can circle Blue Velvet and Red Stripe as beers yet. Because I don't know what Blue Moon... Blue Moon sounds more like a beer to me. I feel like I've had... Not had it, but I feel like I've heard it before. I don't drink, which is a problem for these categories. But like what are our... Purple's the only color left. What are our other cities? The Mile High City is Denver. Big Apple is... I mean, this has to be a city, right? The Twin Cities, right? Twin Cities, maybe? Isn't that like Minneapolis and... What is it? I can't remember. So is it the Big Easy? Oh, the Big Easy is Chicago, isn't it? And so then I might have been right about Blue Velvet. Wait, hold on. I'm missing something. Oh, I'm missing a band. No, I'm missing a movie. Red Stripe, Blue Velvet, or Blue Moon is a movie. I don't know the movie. Red Stripe or Blue Velvet? Or is this supposed to be a movie? Something about cities. No, the Big Easy is a movie, isn't it? Oh, shoot. Is the Big Easy Chicago? Or am I crazy? Darn it. There's just so much trivia on this one. It's actually kind of tough. Well, Red Stripe sounds like a beer. So let's mark that. Does not sound like a city or a band. Is Blue Velvet a... No, we have our bands. Movies. I could have sworn the Big Easy is a movie. Does that mean Blue Velvet is a city? I guess I could try it. One away. Okay, so Blue Velvet is not a city. So that means the Big Easy is the city. Yes. Okay. So I should have realized. I mean, I kind of was convinced it was. Okay. So anything circled purple is actually supposed to be a different color. Those are both movies. No, they're not. Green Day is a shoot. Green Day is supposed to be blue. Sorry, no. What am I saying? I'm like getting ahead of myself. Green Day is supposed to be yellow. Then Back to the Future is our green. It's movies. So I'm gonna try the beers now. We're gonna do Miller High Life, Dos Equis, Blue Moon, and Red Stripe. Yes, beer brands. Okay, let's just clear this now. So I think that the bands are gonna. Oh, that beer brands was yellow. Great. So I already don't have reverse rainbow. So let's go with the movies then. Back to the Future, Singing in the Rain, the movies, Top Gun, and Blue Velvet. Okay, those are movies. And then we've got our bands. Green Day, Three Doors Down, U2, and Pink Floyd. Okay. I just made one mistake, but I did not identify the categories correctly. They said the movies were blue, and then the rock bands were green, and then the beer brands were yellow. I mean, it's hard to know. Like, at least I figured out the city nicknames was purple, but it's literally 4 trivia categories with 4 different categories of trivia. All right. I should have trusted myself that Big Easy. It was Chicago. Let me just double check. Oh, it's Second City. Interesting. It wasn't Twin Cities. All right, let's see. Big Apple is New York. Big Easy is... Oh, it's New Orleans. That makes sense. What's Chicago's? Oh, Chicago's the Windy City, of course. Okay, Second City. What is Second City? Second City nickname. Yeah, that's Chicago. Wait, what's the Windy City? Oh, also Chicago. So the second city is Chicago. According to, oh, this is an AI. Why is Chicago called the second city? Okay, so it's not just the AI summary saying it. Chicago's many nicknames, but what is second city? Origins of may have been rooted in tough times. Theories about its origin: the Great Chicago Fire or rivalry with New York City. Okay, so because of the fire, almost so many buildings were destroyed. They basically rebuilt the whole city, so it's the second version of the city, or the rivalry with New York City. So it's second place. Interesting. All right. I have not heard of Chicago being called that. Interesting one today. They made it. They made it a kind of a fun one for April Fools. What are they gonna? I don't know. I don't think any of the rebuses were particularly hard, except maybe Second City. But I mean, in retrospect, it wasn't that bad. I just didn't think of it that way. Let me look up what the Twin Cities are, because that would have worked too. I think, kind of. Twin Cities is Minnesota. City's nickname. Minneapolis, St. Paul, metro in Minnesota. Yeah, Minneapolis and St. Paul. So I was right about Minneapolis. I just didn't know the other city. All right. Anyway, difficulty. I don't know. I'm going to stop guessing for a while because I'm kind of sick of guessing difficulties. We're drinking a beer and we're blue. They give it a 2 out of 5. Sure. I mean, it depends on trivia knowledge a bit. Ooh, 46%. I think this is going to improve significantly when more Americans played. Because there's so much, it's so American centric. Like, I get a lot of complaints in my comments that connections can be very American centric. Like, which of these categories isn't American centric? Just the movies, I think. And they're still American movies, but American movies are pretty well known. Maybe rock bands and movies. But I mean, that's kind of what we're seeing, is rock bands and movies are being done. The city nicknames and the beer brands are going to be pretty US centric. But it looks like people who are losing are just confused and not experienced with rebuses. We got 30%. Yeah, that's, I mean, except for yellow, the beer brands. So what we're seeing here is 30% of people are just giving up. They don't know what's going on. 10% are getting only green, which are the rock bands. I think in terms of American culture filtering out of America, that would be the most likely. Followed, I would think, followed closely by movies, but maybe these, like Blue Velvet maybe is a difficult movie. I have not heard of that one. Let me see if I've actually recognized the plot or anything. Blue Velvet is a 1986 neo-noir mystery thriller film from David Lynch. Okay, I don't think I've seen it. All right. Interesting that they picked that one. But we're seeing some people getting purple, some people getting blue, but notice yellow is just missing from here. And that's the beer brands. Okay. So I'm pretty sure the Big Easy is a movie. The Big Easy movie. It is. The Big Easy is a 1986 thriller crime movie. So they put red herrings in this as well. And then Blue Moon as a movie. I'm sure there's a movie called Blue Moon. I'm not going to look it up, though. This is interesting. Green Day, Blue Moon, Pink Floyd, Blue Velvet. Just the ones with colors. These ones are colored. Green Day, Red Stripe, Blue Moon, Pink Floyd, more colors. And then I put Blue Velvet in here. The reason I did this was because I was confused about what purple had to be. And I was trying to get purple first. That's why it's a rare mistake. It was based on a more common mistake, I think, of putting Big Easy as a movie. All right. Because otherwise, I was between Big Easy and Blue Velvet as the city name. I should have just gone with Big Easy. Okay. People are getting the green first most often, but it's still only 21%. A lot of people are just trying the colors first. They're like, these ones have colors. I don't know. Blue, purple, yellow's not even here yet. Okay, yellow's at 3%. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do pips for Wednesday, April 1st. We'll do the easy, medium, hard. Let's see if they did anything for April Fools. This is pretty interesting for an easy. Maybe they swapped the difficulties. Well, let's try 4-1 since it's easy. We need to do 666 for the 18. And this would all be blanks. And then we could be all 3s for the 12. And these could be the 2s. And this actually wasn't bad at all. Okay. Let's move on to the medium. All right, very similar. Where do we get started here? Do we have a domino that adds to 7? Might be my first question. We do. Let's start with it and see what happens. Oh, we have 2 of them that add to 7. This adds to 2. So it needs the blank 1 and 1. So we're not going to use the 1, 6, and the 7. So actually that means it's like, it could be like this, and that starts us off with a 6 here. So let's just try that. 6, 3. We also have a 6, 6 and a 6, 2. Anyway, 6, 3. We don't have a 3, 3. 6, 6. No good. 6, 2. We have a 2, 2. Okay. And then 2, we only have the 3 next to it, and that's going to put the 4, maybe the 4, 3, and then 3, 6, and then we have the 6, 6, and then 5, 5, and 5, 4. Okay. Very, very vibed, but not too bad. Let's do the hard. Yeah, so the April Fool's here is that it's the same shape, but getting harder and harder. How do we want to approach this one? Good question. We need an in. Well, this is definitely a 3. But we've got 3, 3, we got 3, 1, we got 3 blank. So the 3 goes down. We don't know it's either the 3-1 or the 3 blank going down. We can't go up. There isn't a domino for that. So we're going to draw this, and that gets us started, at least with geometry. There we go. Okay. Now, it's either 3-1 or 3 blank, but it doesn't really help us to know which. So I'm not gonna place it yet. This is a double. 3-3, blank blank, 1-1, all viable. This is a domino where it gets us to 8. I don't know what it's gonna be. Not the 10, and it's actually not any of them that add to 6 because we don't have a 2. Oh, we do have a 2. Okay, never mind. That's not an in. Less than 6, greater than 8. So greater than 8 is going to need to use the 5 or the 6. Could use both, but it's got to use at least one of them. So do we just want to try to get started? Like, I don't know which way to go. 5-1 back here gives us a nice start on being less than 6. But it doesn't really help us build this way, does it? So let's assume it's the 6-4 here, and let's just... Because the 6-4 has to go somewhere, actually. Which of these dominoes can be 6-4? I mean, this could be 6-4, but no, because we don't have another 6. Definitely not, definitely not. This could be 6-4. This could be 6-4. No, it can't be. Oh, 6-4 this way. It could be. All right, well, there's a few places for 6-4, but let's try here. So now we need 4 into a greater than 3. So it's either a 4-4 or a 4-5, but we don't have a 4-5. We don't have a 4-4. So actually, that's no good. That's not where the 6-4 goes. So do we want to like hunt where the 6-4 goes? Does it go here? Because we have 4-1 or 4-2 going into here, but we're out of 6s. So it would have to be the 4-2, and then the 5-1 is forced. And now this has to add to 7. That would have to be 3-4, and we don't have it. I think the key here is we don't have any... We don't have, like... Well, we have 1-5 and 1-6. It seems to be the key. So the 6-4 can't go there. That was the only choice, right? Yeah. So the 6-4 could go like this. And then the 4-1 or 4-2 would go here. Which doesn't really matter which, because it doesn't cascade further. But this would be 1 into something that's going to add to 8. Do we want to use the 1-5 there? We could try. This would add to 3. We don't have that. No, we do, actually. Does it continue? See, this is actually quite difficult. This is a 3 or a 4 into something pretty small. Okay, well, okay, so here's the issue. I've used the 5 and the 6 up. I can't do that. Right. Once the 4-6 is in here, this 5 is used somewhere. I don't know where. It's used somewhere in here. So I'm going to put it there and knowing that that's wrong. So I don't use that 5. And so this needs to be 1-1 or 1-3 or 1-4. So I could do something like this. Or the 4-0. I don't know. There's too many options here. So I think this is where this goes. It just doesn't really help. Where else could it go? It could technically go here. That's fine. Okay, that's not an in. I don't know what is an in. Shoot. We can make the assumption that the greater than 3s are 4s. That's pretty safe because this uses one of the 5-6s at least. And then the 6/4 is limited where it can go. We could always stick a 6 on a greater than 3, but we proved that this one didn't work. If we prove so, let's just assume that they're 4s for now. How many 4s do I have? I have a 1, 2, 3 4s. So something like 4 1 into here would be nice, because then I could just do a 1 5. I mean, besides the 6/4, I have 3 4s. This could be a 4 blank or 4 2. 4 2 doesn't work here because we don't have another 2. So if we did a 4 blank here, then we would have to do 0 3 here, and this would use our 4 2 up. And so now this adds to 6. That's our 3 3. Because 2 4 is gone. And now this has to be our 3 1. It's the only choice, unless we're going to put the 6 4 somewhere. Honestly, I'm thinking this is our 6 4. And then, oh, but I need a 3 here. I used up all my 3s. This has to be the 3 1. And so then this is our 6 4. That actually worked. No, I need to be greater than 8 here. This needs to be a 4, actually. With a 5 here, this needs to be a 4 or the 6. Shoot. Is this salvageable, or did I just make a horrible mistake? The April Fool's joke on this one is there's no logical path to solve it. I mean, let's pull some things out. Just for a second here. I kind of remembered what I did. I want to say this is 3 1. We're just going to say the less thans and greater thans are just one off, mostly. So I still want a 4 in here. So 4 2 doesn't work. Does 4 1 work for any reason? I mean, if I did I think I tried 4 1. What about 4 0? Wait, did I do 0 or 1? If I do 0 3 here, I could do the 4 6 and then the 1 1 here. And then now I've got 3 3 and 2 4, which puts that 4 in that I needed. Okay, I got it. I don't know how that happened. That was kind of rough. But did these all end up being exactly one off? Other than well, yeah, even less than 6 was a 5, greater than 3 was a 4. So yeah, if you had just, and then this was 9. So if I had just read all of these inequalities as just exactly one off, then that was it. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini and Midi crosswords for Wednesday, April 1st. Let's play. Well, that's a bunch of Y's. I'm guessing it's Y's, maybe? Back half of an old cassette tape, the B-side. I'm not liking the downs, but anyway. Perform lines that aren't in the script. That's, what's the word? Improv. That doesn't fit. Improvise. I don't know. These are G's. But to Brits. The arse. Opposite of narrower. This is going to be wider. Oh, what happened? Okay, wider. Keeps the engine on while parked. Idles. Okay. That's a bunch of C's. I don't want to fill that because I got this one wrong. Blank and flow, title opposites. Ebb and flow. Long epic tale is a saga. Oh, it's side B, not B side. Perform lines is ad lib. Okay, yep. And these have to be, oh, wise. Okay. And C's. Oh, so they're supposed to be words. It's like homophones. Like wise sounds like you're doing a bunch of Y's. G's sounds like you're doing a bunch of G's. And then C's, the word C's sounds like there's a bunch of C's. Got it. All right, let's move on to the MIDI. It's called Again and Again and Again. Let's play. I wonder what the April Fools for this will be. Keep your voice down, like shush or maybe SHH. Let's look at the downs. Hunk of meat or marble, a slab. Blank mind, concept of a shared consciousness. Hive mind. Symbol texted between besties. No idea. Bend the truth is to lie. Origin director Duvernay. No idea. Probably Ava. Capital of Germany is Berlin. Oh, here. Symbol texted between besties here. Oh. 2021 Olivia Rodrigo hit with the lyrics, she thinks it's special, but it's all reused. I know the song. Wait, which song is that? It'll come to me. I'm not going to waste time on it. What's our theme, though? Is this all the same thing? French for already seen, an eerily familiar feeling is déjà vu. Okay, so is this the same thing? French for already seen and... Okay, maybe. Inspirational and influential. Please stay. John David Washington to Denzel Washington. Maybe son. Tater tot. Stuck between two options. You're unsure. Witch's curse, a hex. Did a 5K, ran. It's past tense, so it's got to be ran. Fluffy lapdog, popularized by Queen Victoria informally. Oh, 3-letter lapdog. I don't know. French for already seen. Blank fireball, red hot candy. I don't know. Makeup category that includes gloss and stain. Like news that's already been heard. Old news. Mini burger, a slider. Blank guesser, map-based online game. GeoGuessr. Haven't played that in a long time. Still pay for it though. Heart emoji is a symbol between besties. All right, ta-da! I did it. Oh, did it. Does this help me? Maybe it's all deja vu. I said they'd all be the same thing, but I was worried that this was saying deja vu because these two are the same, but it's probably all deja vu. Subject that teaches supply and demand. Oh, econ. Comedian Stewart, who proposed to his wife with a personalized crossword puzzle. John Stewart? Snack with celery, raisins, and peanut butter. Ants on a log. Used to make that as a kid. Gusto. Gusto is Vim, I don't know. Women's basketball powerhouse for short. Taj Mahal. All right. Spot to order room service is a hotel. Keep happening. Recur. Codex products with wings. Pads. Does palm make sense? Fluffy lapdog. A Pomeranian. Oh, okay. Blank fireball. Atomic fireball is probably it. Odious. Vile. Off the neck hairstyle. An updo. So this is lip. Makeup category. Lip gloss, lip stain. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Inspirational and influential. Iconic. Please stay. Don't go. This is probably vigor. Stuck between two options. Torn. All right. What was this one? Oh, UConn. Women's basketball powerhouse for short. University of Connecticut. I thought they were looking for a person. Okay. Cool. That wasn't too bad once I realized they were all just deja vu. They gave me a bunch of letters. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do Strands. Today's theme is Don't Make a Peep. I think our spanogram is all right. Inaudible. Quiet. Noiseless. Shut up. Two left. Is shut one of them? I don't think so. What's going on here? There's two ways to write shut, so it can't actually be shut. Not seeing it. Lid. Shun. Shunt. Hunt. Come on, what is it? Shedile. Words for quiet. Is he lent along the left side? Silent. Shushed. No. Hushed. Okay. That shouldn't have been that hard. Cool. Yeah, back to one streak because I did not play it while I was sick. Well, how'd you do? Hello, today's bonus game is Metazua. We're trying to find a mystery animal, and as we guess animals, it builds up the common ancestor tree against the animal we're trying to find and the ones we've guessed. So I'm going to start with a mammal of some kind. Why don't we just, I think human is a great start. So we're going to see how it's related to humans. If we can. Uh-oh. Maybe I'll try refreshing. Okay, it worked. So, Euteleostomi is the common ancestor, or the common tree part, also known as this other thing, or commonly referred to as the bony fish, is a diverse clade of vertebrate animals that have endoskeletons. So, we might be a fish, but fish is our most common ancestor, bony fish. That's pretty far back. So let's guess a different bony fish, like a tuna or something. All right, so closer to tuna, we're in Clupiocephala. Members are known as teleosts, is by far the largest group of ray-finned fishes. So we're a ray-finned fish. Shoot, how many fishes do I know? Let's try a clownfish. Did that work? All right. We're a little closer. Percomorphosae. Oh, no, that's close to tuna, but not close to us. Okay. So this looks like an eel. Is just eel available? Let's try moray eel. No, moray eel's not in this clade. Okay. So we're going to try a different eel. How about an electric eel? Oh, did I get it? No. We're related to electric eels. Ostariophysi. Second largest suborder of fish. Darn. Members of the suborder are called osteophysians. Okay. So the largest order of fish. Suborder of fish. Helpful. We're not a shark because we're bony. It's got to be a common-ish fish, right? Should I try something like salmon? Still the same. Okay, salmon wasn't even in there. Okay. I might need a hint. Let's see. I'm not great at fish. When I say I'm not great at fish, I mean I'm absolutely horrible at fish. Is that a what is this fish? What am I trying to think of? Is that a sardine? I don't know. Maybe there's something with fish in the name. Let's try goldfish. Oh, hey, I got it. But no, I didn't. I just got closer. Cyprinae. It had a picture of a goldfish. Subfamily of largely freshwater ray-finned fishes, one of 10 subfamilies belonging to the family Cyprindae. This family comprises the carps, goldfishes, barbs, and related genera. Hey, why don't we try a carp? Hey, the common carp. Okay, we got it. Common carp, also known as European carp, Eurasian carp, or simply carp, is a widespread freshwater fish of eutrophic waters in lakes and large rivers in Europe and Asia. Alrighty. Well, I got there. 12 guesses remaining. How'd you do? And let's spin the members wheel and see what we're going to be playing tomorrow. We are playing. Where is our separation here? Adelaida range. Oh, Angel. Adelaide Angel. Anyway, suggested Zordle or Exordle. Both pronunciations, according to the creator, are reasonable, accepted. Anyway, Zordle, you are trying to guess two words, like in Wordle, but the clues overlap each other in one grid, so it makes it harder. So if you'd like to play that, we'll be playing that tomorrow. And how'd you do? And that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Had some fun April Fool's shenanigans, of course, as always. There's a link to watch my Wordle solve if you would like to watch that. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.